So, hello everyone. So, today is our fourth day of our Java programming bootcamp. So, in the previous 3 days, we have seen many topics in Java. So, in yesterday's class, we learned about interfaces, inheritance concept, and we also covered the abstract class concept, right, guys? So, in today's lecture, let us see interfaces, and let us also see some inner classes concept, and after that let us also see the string buffer, string tokenizer, and what differences between all these things. Let us all cover these things today. All right, guys. So before going to that one, I would like to remind you guys about the attendance form. So it will be posted in the live chat at the end of this video, and you guys need to fill that one in order to get the certificate. All right, guys. So first, let us see what is an interface. So, interface in Java is just a blueprint of a class. All right. So, yesterday we have seen abstract classes, right? So, abstract class provides a blueprint from the for the class which is trying to extend that one, right? So, interface is also similar to that one, but with the use of interface, we can achieve 100% abstraction. All right. So, that is nothing but data hiding. So with the use of abstract class, we can achieve abstraction of 0 to 99%, but with the use of interface, we can achieve 100% abstraction. All right. So interface is very similar to abstract, and the interface in Java is a mechanism to achieve abstraction, as I told you guys. All right, guys. So there can be only abstract methods in the Java interface, not method body. So there can only be abstract methods in Java. Unlike in abstract class, there can be abstract methods or non-abstract methods. All right. So yesterday we have seen what are the abstract methods and non-abstract methods. All right, guys. So it is used to achieve abstraction and multiple inheritance in Java. So yesterday we have covered three types of inheritance. All right. So but multiple inheritance we did not cover. Multiple inheritance it is possible in Python and some other languages directly, right? But in Java it is not possible directly, guys. We need to use interfaces in order to achieve multiple inheritance in Java. All right. So let us also see the program of this one. First, let us try to do a program on interface and let us understand the concepts. And after clearing this concept, let us also see the program on multiple inheritance. All right. So these are the main three reasons to use interface. Data abstraction. By interface, we can support the functionality of multiple inheritance. It can be used to achieve loose coupling. All right. So let us see what is the interface and how to declare that one. So interface can be declared using the interface keyword, and this is the syntax given over here. This is the interface keyword space interface name, and open the floor braces, and you can write anything there. You can write methods and etc. All right. So let us see. First of all, let us go to IntelliJ, and first let us create a package, and package not class. Okay, new package day 4, and in the day 4 let us start with interfaces. All right. First let us just write our main method, public static void main string args, and let us open the braces, and let us just leave it here. And now let us write our first interface. All right. So let us use the interface keyword, interface I1, and open the braces. And now you can write the methods here. You can any method you want. So for first, let us just write void m1. Say very similar to abstract class. Yes, we used to write abstract keyword there, but there is no need to write abstract here, because by interface by default all these are abstract itself. And for example, if you want to write the content directly here, which keyword you want to use is static void m2. Let us just say, and what if we remove this one? You'll be getting an error line. You can read it here. static methods in interfaces should have a body. Alright guys, so static methods must have the body or else you will get an error. So let us just write m2 method of interface I1. And next there is also one more type of method available, that is default. Just write default and I will explain you the differences while creating the object. Default void m3, and you can check the error here. Extension method should have a body, so this also must have a body. Let us write in output statement here, m3 method default method. Alright, so this is the interface, and now let us try to create a class, and the keyword which we use in order to acquire the methods of the interface is implements, guys. For inheritance we have been using the keyword extends, right? So for interfaces we need to use the keyword implements. So first let us just create a class 1. Let us just take implements I1. Alright, so it is very similar to inheritance. Just in the place of extends, write implements and write the interface name. What is the interface name? I1. And open the braces, and you can check the error here. That is nothing but abstract methods, that is m1 must be there inside of that one. Very similar to abstract class. M1 is compulsory and static and default are not compulsory. So first let us just write the m1, and we also need to put public in interface, so that it will understand that it is taking the template of interface which is outside the class. So public void m1, and let us just write this is m1 method of class 1, right? And next what we're gonna do, let us write one more method. Let us just write m4. This is just a normal method. This is not following the template or nothing. This is just a class method. So let us just write m4 method of class 1. Alright, so now let us just go to the main class and the main method, and now let us create an object for the class 1 which is implementing I1. So let us just write class 1 space obj1 equal to new class 1. Right, and next with the use of object 1, now let us have we are able to access m1, m3 and m4. All right, so m1 and m4 are here. M3 is the default, which is the directly we can access this one. And now if you want to use a static, what you're going to do is, so first let me complete this and let us go to the static method. So obj1 dot first m1 that is present inside this class, and it is following the template of the interface I1. And next the m4 method which is already there in this class. All right, and next which is the method it can access, since it is implementing I1, default methods can be accessed directly. All right, so we wrote default for m3, so it can be accessed directly with the use of an object dot m3. M3 is written default, right? M1, M4 and M3. Now let us just try to run this thing. M1 method of class 1, M4 method of class 1, M3 method, this is default method. All right, so this is how you use interface, and this is the mechanism which it follows. In order to have a body inside the interface of for methods, you need to have static or default at the prefix to your return type of the method. And now what is the difference between static and default? I have told you that default, if you write default, you can directly access them with object, all right, which is created for the class. And now if you want to access this thing, what you're going to do is you need to write the interface name first, that is I1, and just put a dot, and you will be having access to M2. All right, now let us just run. Let us just wait until it finishes. M2 method of interface I1. So we directly got the output that this line has been executed. Alright guys, so I hope you guys understood what is the difference between static, default and the normal template providing thing. Alright, so if you write just a normal thing, just a return type and the method name, that is we are creating a template for the class which is trying to implement. And if you write static at the first, it is providing the provision to have the body to that one, and we cannot access this directly by the object. We can access by using the class name dot method name. And if you write default at the start of the method name, and you can directly access that one with the object created for the class which is trying to implement the interface. Right guys, so I hope you guys understood what is the basic use of interface. And now let us try to do the multiple inheritance using two interfaces. So before going to that, let me show you the day 3 program first. Let me just show you the program of hierarchical inheritance. So in hierarchical inheritance, what we did, guys, A is acting as a parent for both class B and class C, right? So let me just remove this and let me show you what is multiple inheritance. So this is class B, guys, and this is creating an. Let us just remove this one. And next, what we're trying to do is multiple inheritance is nothing but one class is trying to extend more than one class. Alright, so now class C is trying to extend class B and class A. So normally what we're going to do is just write extends and class A. Alright, so this is extending one class. Now what if we want to write class B as well? We're getting error. Class cannot extend multiple classes. Alright guys, so this is the error which we'll be getting if we use extends keyword while trying to achieve multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is nothing but a single class is trying to extend one or more classes, that is two classes. Alright, so this is the error which we'll get, and let us try to achieve this with the use of interfaces. Alright, so hierarchical, let us just forget this one and let us go to the day 4 program. And now let us just create a new Java class and let us just name it multiple inheritance. Alright, so first let us write our main method, and next what we're gonna do is let us create first a interface. Let us just create interface. Let us go with I1. I11 let us just take, because we already taken I1 in the previous example. I11 let us just take, and let's have a method first. Void M1. This is the normal template providing method. Let us also have a default method, default M2, and let us have the body for this one because it is default. And next what we're gonna do is default void M2. M2 default method of interface I11. Okay, so this is it. And now let us write our second interface I22, and let us just write void M2 here, and let us also have one default method M3, sorry, default void M4, and let us just write M3 default method of interface I22. Alright, so we created two interfaces, I11 and I22. In that one we just wrote void M1, void M3, and we also wrote default methods for two of these, that is default void M2, default void M4. And now let us just to create a class class, let us go with class 2, and let us try to implement both of them, that is I11 comma I22. All right, so we are not having any kind of error here, but we will be getting something that is since we created this void m3 and void m1, we need to create those things. We must follow the template void m1, and we also need to write public as we discussed in the previous m1 method. And let us also write public void m3. And next, what you're gonna do, m3 method. All right, so what we did here is we created two interfaces, and after that we created a class, and we are implementing both I11 and I22. Here we are not getting any kind of error, but when we try to do that one with the help of the extends keyword, we are getting an error. So that is the difference here, guys. All right, now let us go into the main method and let us create the object for class 2. Class 2 obj1 equal to new class 2, and with the help of this one, let us try to access the methods m1, m2, m3, m4. All are accessible. Dot into obj1 dot m3. All right, let us also access the m4. Yes, now let us just run this. Yes, we got the output, guys. M1 method, M2 default method of interface I11, M3 method, M3 default method of interface I22. Alright, guys. So this is how you achieve multiple inheritance in Java. So this is very important, guys. So if someone asks you how will you achieve the multiple inheritance in Java, you guys need to say that by using two interfaces, we just implement both the interfaces in a single class, and we just create an object for that class, and we can access all the methods which are present inside the class and inside the interfaces as well, which are default. Okay, so I hope you guys got this program. And next, our next topic is inner classes, guys. So inner classes are nothing but a class inside another class. Okay, so we have seen up to inheritance, right, in the types of classes and etc. And now let us just see inner classes. Java inner class or nested class is a class that is declared inside the class or a interface. Alright. So we use inner class to logically group classes and interfaces in one place to be more readable and maintainable. So this is just a simple thing, guys. So this is the syntax. First class, Java outer class, and after opening the flower braces, we are writing one more class, that is class Java inner class. Okay. So types of inner classes, that is method local inner class and static nested classes. So first let us see what is static nested classes, and after that let us go for the method local inner class. All right, guys. So first let us see what is static nested, that is like class and interface are also can be nested and can also have zeros. So let us see this one first. What is just an inner class? Let us just take an example. All right. So let us just create a Java class, static nested inner. Okay. So next what we're gonna do is let us just create our main method and write the mandatory things. And next what we're gonna do is first let us create a outer class, class outer, and let us have some instance variables. So we have discussed what is the use of instance variables, right? So once we write here, we can access anywhere them inside the class. Let us just write static int x equal to, let's just write that. All right. And now let us also have a method void m1. Let us also make this static so that we can use anywhere inside the class. Static void m1, and let us open the braces, and now let us just try to write this is m1 method of outer class. All right, and next what we're going to do is, let us create an inner class. Now let us create a class inside the class inner class, and let us also make this static. If we do not make this static, we will be getting an error. I'll show you what is the error. And next, let us have one method here also. Let us just take void m2 method of, let's just write inner class. All right, and let us also make a function call for this one. Okay, so first, before that one, let us try to execute this simple program. So what we did here is, we just created outer class, and we just taken static int x equal to 10, and we have taken static void m1, and inside that one we wrote a simple statement, and we created a static inner class, that is static space class space the class name, and open the braces, and inside that one we also wrote a single method, that is void m2. Now let us just try to create an object for the inner class and try to access this m2 method. Only first task is this one. All right. So first, in order to have access this inner class, how to be gonna do is, since the outer class name is outer and inner class name is inner underscore class, the syntax which we need to follow is outer dot inner underscore class. All right. So first we need to write the outer class name, that is outer dot the inner class name, and next the object name, and this is similar, and with the help of obj1 we can access m2. Why? Because we created an object for the inner class, that's why we can access this m2 method. Okay, now let us just run this. Static m2 method of inner class. All right, so this is how you access, and the main advantage of inner class is, now we created something in the outside the inner class. This belongs to the outer class, right guys? And now we can access even these things inside this class. Okay, now I'm going to show you. Now if we try to print just x, which value will be printed? Because we are using static keyword everywhere, and we wrote the class inside the outer class, that's why directly this value can be printed. So there is no need to write multiple times. So the data which is entered inside the outer class, it can also be accessed in the inner classes. Now let us just try to run this program, and the output will be m2 method of inner class, and we also got the access to print x, that is x equal to 10. Okay, so you guys can have what is the use of static. Let me just remove this, and you will be getting an error here. Non-static field x cannot be referenced from a static context. Okay, so static must be there. Okay, so and you can also access this m1 method. How will you access? Just write the function call m1. That's it. And now let us just run this program. Yes, we got everything. Yes, we just made one function call, that is m2, and inside that m2 we are getting this m2 statement printed. We are getting the x value which is outside the class, and we are also calling the m1 method. What is it? M1 method is outside the class, outside the inner class. That is nothing but it is present in the outer class, and we are also trying to access that one, and we got the access, that is, this is m1 method of outer class. We got this one. Okay, so this is the use of static nested inner class. And next there is also one more type of inner class, and that is method local inner class. Okay, so in method local inner class you can have the class inside a method. So this is a little bit different, guys. Okay, so before going to that one, let us just write our main method here, big static void main. And next what we're gonna do is, let us create an outer class. Let us just write it, and let us just take a static data first. Static int, let us just take the similar thing. Static index equal to 10, and void, let us just take disp. Alright, so this is the method in which we are trying to have a class. That's why it is known as method local inner class. Alright, so that is the motto of this program. So we need to have a method, and inside that one we need to have a class. Let us just write local, class local, void print. Let us just take a function void print. And next what we're gonna do is, let us just try to print x here. Let us try to print the x value which is outside the class. Okay. And after this, what we're gonna do is, so let us close this. Let us go outside this class, and let us create the object for the local class outside this one. We came outside the local class, right? Now let us try to create an object here. Local, let's just take L1 equal to new local, and with the use of L1, let us call this print method. And before going to this one, we need to create an object for the outer class. Alright guys, so let us go to the outer. This is a class name, right? So, okay, outer obj1 equal to new outer, and with the help of obj1, let us call this display method. Alright, so I hope you guys got. Now let us just run this, and I will explain you the program step by step. We got the value of 10. Okay, so what is happening here is, so first we created an object for the outer class. And what is the outer class name? Outer. And what is the object name? obj1. And with the help of obj1, we are trying to access the disp method. So what is the disp method here, guys? Disp method is a void return type method which is present inside the outer class. And inside the disp method, we are having a class. That is the motto, right? We need to have a class inside a method, that is method local inner class. And inside that local class, we are having a print method, and inside that one we are just trying to print the data which is present inside here. Static index equal to 10. And how it is being activated? So once we create an object, for this one, and once we made the call of the display function, and inside this display function there is a statement to create an object for the inner class. And what is the inner class name? Local L1 equal to new local, and L1 dot print. Here we are making a function call in order to shift the control to here, and it will go to the print method, and it will just print the value of x, that is equal to 10. Alright, so this is method local inner class, guys. So I hope you guys understood what is the concept of inner class. So inner class has access to everything which is written inside the outer class, and this is the main advantage of having an inner class. Alright guys, so we have seen interfaces, multiple inheritance, we have seen static nested inner class, method local inner class, and let us also cover the thing which is left out, that is string buffer and string tokenizer. And before going to string buffer, let me just explain you a little bit about string. So let us just create a new class. Let us just write strings. Let us write our main method, public static void main. And now let us just take a string first. String s1 equal to, let us just take, this is string. And now what we're going to do is, let us also take another string s2 equal to new string. And what if you guys want to combine these both strings? So in other languages, there is an option to directly concatenate, right? In Python, we can concatenate two strings. And now what is the difference is, so here we cannot directly concatenate this one. In SOP statement, you can directly use that one. Let me just show you. S1 dot concat S2. Okay. Now let me just print this. So let us see the output. You will be getting this combined strings. This is a string, new string. In SOP statement, we got the output, but now let me show you the thing. So let us just write s1 dot concat s2. Alright guys, so now what we did here in S1, we are trying to concatenate S2. Concatenate is nothing but joining both strings. Okay, and now let me just print S1. Since we got concatenated it, we must get the combined string, right? Now let me show you what is the output we will be getting. We got the this is string output. Why we got that one? Only S1 we got. This is because string is immutable in Java. Alright guys, so once you create the string, you cannot change it in Java. You cannot make modifications in that one. In SOP statement, if you write this thing, it will be executed because only for the output purpose it will come. But the backend which is following it, it won't change guys. Even if you write this statement, there is nothing changed because only the S1 is being printed. So in order to have something which is mutable, mutable is nothing but changeable. They introduced a new thing called string buffer. Okay, so that is the use of string buffer guys. So this is a very important thing. String is immutable, that is not changeable, and string buffer is mutable. So this is the main difference between string and string buffer. You guys need to remember that. So this is string buffer guys. So Java string buffer class is used to create mutable. Mutable is in the sense changeable or modifiable string objects. The string buffer class in the Java is same as string class, except it is mutable. That is, it can be changed. Alright guys. So this is the different types of string buffer which we can create. So directly if you write string buffer, it creates an empty string with initial capacity of 16. Okay, so 16 bytes it will create. And what is the size and each character occupies in Java? That is 2 bytes, right? And this is the different thing. String buffer of string str, we can directly write the string buffer inside that one. And string buffer of int capacity, if we write in this type, we can directly write the capacity as well. Capacity is nothing but the length of the string which you are trying to write it. Okay, so first let us go with the let us just create a new class, string underscore buffer, and let us write our main method here. Public static void main string args. And next, now let us say how to declare a string buffer. So let us write string buffer. All right, so this is the thing which you need to write. S is capital and B is also capital, and space, and you need to write the string buffer name. Let us just take S1 or SB1. Let us just string buffer 1 equal to new space string buffer, and you can write whatever you want here. So let me just write hello. So this is, we created a new string buffer, and now let us just try to print this one. So this is just as normal as string guys. This is nothing different, but the only thing is we can change the string once we create it. Okay, hello, we got output as hello. And next what we're going to do is let us just try to use the methods which are only exclusive for string buffer as shown here. That is append method, insert method, replace method, capacitor method. So these methods are available only for the, what do you say, string buffer. All right, so now let us just create a one more string buffer. Let us just remove this SOP statement, string buffer sb2 equal to new string buffer, and let us take a space world. Let us just put it here. And next, what we're going to do is let us just try to combine both these things. And the syntax which we need to follow is dot append, guys. So this is the first method. The append method concatenates a given argument with this string. All right. So the thing which we used to concat in strings, in string buffer, there is a option called append, which permanently changes that is nothing but permanently concatenates both the strings. Now let us just try to implement this here. That is sb1 dot append, open this one, sb2. Alright, so now what we are going to do is for sb1 we are appending sb2. Appending is nothing but just concatenating. Now let me just print sb1. So let us just run this. Hello world, we got the output. We combined both these strings and we are just printing sb1. With the help of this statement, we combined both these things. And when we are trying to print sb1, directly this both the combined strings of sb1 and sb2 is being printed. So this is a specialty of string buffer. Alright guys, and let us also see one more method so that you guys can understand insert. So the insert method inserts a given string with the string at the given position. Okay, so let us just comment out this, and now let us see insert method sb1 dot insert. Okay, so we're getting something else, and now let us just write 2 comma, let us just take, since the character is 5, right, let us just take 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, now let us just print sb1. Now let me just run this. Yes, so 2 and 7 we provided, guys. So what we did is he7llo we got he, and what is the length of this thing, guys? 6. All right, so yes guys, so what we did here is after the second index we are trying to insert a 7. All right, so what is the index here? 0 1, and at the second index what we are trying to append? 7. So we got 7 here. All right, and this is the use of insert method. And there are also many methods which we can do with the string buffer. Just write the string buffer variable name dot, and you will having all this method: insert, append code point, character add, capacity, and all these methods you can try to implement, guys. So this is simple, and I hope you guys understood what is the concept of string buffer. And next, let us go for the next topic, that is string tokenizer. Let's open the ppt, and this is string tokenizer. So string tokenizer is not directly available, so in order to use string tokenizer we need to uh, import it, and we need to import it from the util package, guys. Okay, so we just need to write import java.util.string tokenizer at the starting of the code. That's it. So the main use of string tokenizer is we can separate the string with a delim, that is nothing but if you provide some character, at that character it will be broken and it will be printed separately. So you guys will understand that one when we try to write a program. All right, so let me just create a new Java class, str underscore token. Now let us just write our main method, and after that what we're going to do is before we need to import the string tokenizer, right? Import java dot util dot string tokenizer. That's it, we imported the string tokenizer. And now let us create the string tokenizer. The syntax is very similar to the string buffer, that is string tokenizer space, let us just write st1, that is string tokenizer 1, equal to new string tokenizer of, let us just write this is string. So what is the main purpose? When we provide something, it will be broken at that character and it will print the whole thing, right? So let us just provide a empty space first. So this is the string and this is the delim. So we are asking for the Java, wherever you encounter an empty space, just separate that string and print it. So there will be three things printed here. This is string. So three words will be printed. And now in order to print that one, we need to follow something. We need to follow a while loop. While, open the braces, st1 has more elements. So this is the thing which we need to follow. HAS, capital M, more, capital E, elements. So this is the thing which you need to follow. And once open the while loop, and you can just print the next token. All right. So for every has more elements returns true, that is nothing but it will just create a group of words. And once we have more elements, that is nothing but when we are having elements which is not equal to null, and it will be printed, the next token will be printed. Now let me just try to run this thing and let me show you. This is string. So we got three words. Why we got three words? Because we provided the delim as an empty space. So first it will check here, it will go, and it has encoded the empty space here. So it will send the back the string which is previously there. What is it? This. And now it will go for the next is, and it has also encoded an empty space here. It will go back and it will give the string, that is. Similarly, it will go to the string, and we finally encountered the end of the string. That's why it will print the string directly. So this is string. And for example, let us assume that it is separated by hash, and you want to change. You want the words by separating the hash. Just put hash here and run this. We got the same output. This is string because we separated them by hash and we also provided the delim hash. That's why we got this is string. Okay. And for example, you also want to print the x, the delim also. Just put a comma here and put true. Okay. And now run this, and now you will see the output. You will also be getting the delim. This, after that, you will get the delim is also next to delim and string. All right. So this is the use of string tokenizer, guys. If you provide a large string to the system, and if you want to fetch the words and you want to omit some special character, we just need to use string tokenizer and provide the delim here so that the delims will be avoided. And by default the return delim is false, guys. If you want the delim also, you just need to put true it, and by default the delim is also an empty space. All right, you need not to provide the delim also. So this is string. All right, so this is the thing, guys. And if you guys have any kind of doubt, you can ping us and we will be helping you. And do not forget to fill the attendance form. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching.